Welcome back to Daytime York Region. Dr. Asha Frost is a homeopath here with some summer tips for first aid. So first we should explain, what are we talking about when we say homeopathology?
Well, homeopathy is an amazing system of medicine that's been around for over 200 years, and it's so amazing that even the Queen uses it and the royal family uses it. They have their very own homeopath. So basically, it uses natural substances to heal the body, and it stimulates the body to heal itself. So it's using those substances to basically go to the root of the problem and not just suppress it with sort of a Band-Aid solution. So
throw me an example. So something that modern medicine would treat in one way that homeopathy.
Okay, so headaches. Say you came to see me with headaches. Instead of giving you a Tylenol or ibuprofen, I would give you a remedy specifically for you that goes to the actual root of the headaches and the imbalance in your body, treating them so you're not just suppressing the symptoms.
So as opposed to numbing it, I'm going to make it better.
Exactly.
Can you prevent things by practicing homeopathy?
Oh, yes, definitely. Prevention is great. Like, I actually do a flu clinic every year, and I give sort of an alternative to a flu vaccine in a homeopathic remedy form, and that's a very good prevention. And it can also stimulate your immune system and make you stronger and healthier.
Okay, before we get some first aid tips, I wanted to ask about using both. Can I take my doctor's traditional medicine and whatever you recommended for me?
That's the great thing about homeopathy. There's no interactions with any prescription medication, and it's very safe. So it can be used in babies and animals, the elderly, any age, and it's very safe and there's no side effects. So it's non-toxic.
And you can use it for younger children?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and it's very effective in younger children for earaches and headaches and all those kind of things that you usually have to take antibiotics for.
So you put together a first aid kit for summer travel. What have you got in there that's...
Okay, so this is a great kit that you can get at most health food stores, and it has the basics. So it has 34 remedies in it. And it has things for such things as bug bites, like mosquito bites. It's really good to get rid of those. It's really good for injuries and sprains and bruising and things like vertigo, travel sickness, all those kind of things.
So let's go bug bites. Instead of me putting calamine lotion on, what would you suggest?
Okay, so there's something in here called apis, and that's actually made from the bee sting. So it actually treats like sort of the problem. That's how homeopathy works. It treats the problem with a similar substance.
Sort of like where they take anti-venom from snakes to use against snake bites.
Exactly.
Brilliant.
Now how about scrapes and bruises?
Okay, so scrapes and bruises, something called arnica is really great for that. And I actually brought some arnica gel along with me. Now, arnica gel is great for things when you have that bruise, that sort of purple look. As long as it's not an open wound, it's really great to rub on that, as well as trauma. And the great thing about arnica is you can take it internally as well in this remedy form. And when you're taking it internally, you want to take 2 pellets under the tongue and let it dissolve. So maybe I can show you a little bit.
Yeah, you suggested that because both Jacqueline and I have boo-boos on our thumbs.
Yeah.
I got a steak knife in the thumb. Jacqueline's got guitar player's thumb.
Okay.
So
well,
how would
I'll show you an example of exactly what happens. So you take the little vial and you take out 2 pellets, and basically all I want you to do is put that under your tongue. So just, I don't want you to touch it though. I want you to take the thing and actually just put it under your tongue. And tell me what it tastes like. What does it taste like?
It's sweet.
Right. So it's dissolved in sugar. And so for children, they love it because it's really sweet and it's nice. And basically you let that dissolve, and then when you find improvements, you just wait and see. And then if the symptoms start coming back, then you take another dose. But you really want to take the smallest dose possible and not sort of keep taking it, because your body will heal itself eventually.
So what's the difference between taking medicine internally, like Jeremy just did, as opposed to rubbing something on?
Well, taking it internally, your body will start to actually heal faster and heal itself. The external creams, like this is calendula cream, it's also good for sort of skin rashes, sunburns, anything like that. So it's just a sort of thing to use it along with the homeopathic remedy that makes it sort of speed up the process.
I gotta say, this is the best tasting medicine I've ever had in my whole life. This is delicious. Really,
is it dissolving?
And it's sweet. It tastes like I'm eating candy. I like it. What else did you bring along?
Okay, so I brought along, this is sort of homeopathic, but it's made from that apis that I talked about, the bee sting, and it's a stick. So it's great to use on the bug bites as well. That'll just sort of reduce the inflammation and the itching and that kind of thing. But basically, this is a great kit to get, but I do recommend...
Can I see the apis stick?
Oh, sure. I do recommend that you get a book along with this, sort of a first aid book, to describe what each remedy does, because different remedies do different things, and you want to differentiate between which one works best for you and the philosophy behind it, how to take it, that kind of thing. Another thing I wanted to mention about when you take the remedy internally, you want to make sure you have a clean mouth. So it might not be so good for you because you had some coffee.
Lots of, yeah.
Okay, so you want to make sure that you have about 10 minutes to 15 minutes between taking it in your mouth, brushing your teeth, having a cigarette. You want to make sure that you have a clean mouth so that it doesn't interact with the remedy.
Oh, that's why. Okay, so and I'm putting it out of my tongue so it absorbs into my system faster as opposed to eating.
Exactly.
Now, what about the dropper there? What's in that one?
The dropper, these are medicines that I put inside a dropper bottle for more sensitive patients so that it's kind of getting into the system a little more gentle for things like autoimmune diseases, things that you just don't want to aggravate the symptoms so much, or elderly patients as well. It's really good for that, so that's nice and gentle, but we're still getting a cure out of that.
How did you get involved with homeopathy?
Well, actually, I have lupus, and I started getting treated by a homeopath, and it really, really helped me. It resolved things like my arthritis, which was debilitating, and skin rashes, and all the other stuff that goes along with lupus, and it really, really helped me out.
Yeah, I was reading on your site.
It changed your life.
It did change my life.
I was reading on your site that the medications you're taking were actually making symptoms even worse and
definitely.
adding other things on. So what is it that you did to combat your lupus?
So I went to a homeopath, and he prescribed something that was specific for me. There's over 2,000 remedies, so you are very individual. My prescription for lupus is different than somebody else's prescription for lupus just because it's a very individual medicine. So I took a couple remedies for different things that was going on, and then now I'm better.
Wow. So if anyone out there in the York Region area is having some troubles with something like that, they can come to you and you can put together a little program?
Of course, exactly. With anything. Homeopathy can treat mostly anything. I see a lot of people with allergies and autoimmune diseases like MS and lupus and anxiety and depression, a lot of mental emotional disorders as well, because it treats the whole person. So we're not just treating the physical symptoms, we're also treating the mental emotional part of you.
Now, I wanted to ask about how you get most of your clients. Is it people who've given up on traditional medicine?
Yes, it's usually people who sort of run out of hope from the traditional doctors and they're looking for something alternative. Also, people who don't really feel the doctors listen to them that well, and they sort of, don't get what they're looking for. So I see a lot of people like that, and people refer their family members who they've been helped and have good results.
Is there a particular ailment that people come to you with a lot?
I see a lot of people with digestive disorders and a lot of people with mental emotional disorders right now, depression, anxiety, trying to get them sort of off their drugs.
I had a friend of mine.
That's key.
A friend of mine who battled Crohn's and colitis for several years and had no luck with traditional medicines.
Right.
And is sworn by his homeopathic doctor.
Yeah.
And I guess it's got to be really fulfilling for you to say, if you had come to me years ago, we could have taken care of this then.
Yeah, but it's amazing to see the healing. That's right, it's never too late. That's so true. In myself, I was on drugs for a couple years, and now I'm a lot better. So it's really great medicine.
Well, that's great. We are giving away a free consultation worth $165. What will be included in the consultation?
So that will be about an hour and a half to 2 hours consultation to get everything there is to know about you, and then the remedy is free as well.
Does all the medicine taste as good as the one I had?
Yes, it does.
Oh, it really was
perfect. A special thanks to Dr. Asha Frost. Her office is 603 Davis Drive in Newmarket. And for more information, you can go to my-homeopath.com. And she's giving away 10% to anyone that has seen this show and mentions Daytime York Region. Up next, Creative Sewing and Needlework Festival on Daytime York Region.